Because you can't stop another guy from touching your fucking pussy when we're together. You will never be able to. Get your goddamn ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air. Don't stop. Ready, get that ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air. Get down. Walk. Call him. Ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air. Don't stop. Ready, get that ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air for someone else. I'm sitting on my ass in my tail, 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 ass in my tail. I got a tough man here. You are fucking bouncing on edge, bouncing on edge, bouncing on edge. You are fucking bouncing on edge, bouncing on edge, bouncing on edge. Work that shit, work that shit all fucking night. Work that shit, work that shit all fucking night. It's probably a goddamn good thing that I'm insecure. I got some thinking to do.
Okay, we're gonna go for round 2. You ready?
No. Ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air. Don't stop. Ready, get that ass in the air, ass in the air, ass in the air. Get down. Walk. But I thought I was fucking sober.
First, let me read your poem I made for you.
Winnie?
What?
With the bullshit you fucking been pulling, I'm not sure that your poem is gonna help very much right now.
I lay at night with coke up my nose. All I wanna do is another line. I don't know about Lorne's toes. I know that their funk is down. I don't wanna know if Lorne Armstrong did it. Keep it on the low. He wanted to fuck a little girl, but he's my husband now. What am I to do? Oh well, I think I'll go just poo. Can I please take a crap on your face? Right, Lorne? Lorne Armstrong is fixing up his house. Well, some people in Maine call it a house. It's really a box meant for rolling.
Fuck that!
And Lorne Armstrong's meant for trolling. Lorne don't wanna know that I'm trolling him. Keep it on the low. Don't call his work and let him know who I really am. Don't tell us so. Oh, Lorne, you wouldn't wanna know.
It's obvious you put some time into writing that song.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck you couldn't have written a song that would have actually, said something decent in it.
Aww.
Guess what?
What?
If I made any country music, your ass would not even be close to what category I would be in.
Come on.
I'm not sure that you fucking love me. I really am not.
Are you ready to start Casey episode 1?
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you heard these? Now, have you heard these in chronological order?
I mean, I listened to them when they first came out, but it's been a minute.
So then no, because it's that when Blue Boy released them, he released them like a fucking moron, and they weren't in order at all. But then Sigmund here went and did everything in order, put them all in order.
Why did he release them out of order?
Well, as I stated, Blue Boy is an idiot. With that being said, did you have anything you'd like to add, Nuggy? No, I think that's pretty. I think that's...
Wait, hold on. I'm not even moving my mouth and I'm talking. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Am I Kermit now?
We're off to a great start.
Hi.
Hello?
There you are. I can hear you this time. It feels good to hear your voice.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I am sitting on my bed watching TV and eating watermelon.
Eating watermelon for dinner?
Yeah. Yeah, well, kind of. I was kind of a pig today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we did a lot today, so.
Mm-hmm. What did you eat today?
Today, all day long, what did I eat? I had a bowl of cereal this morning, and a banana, and a glass of orange juice. And for lunch, I think I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I had.
No, we didn't start with the emails because I did that on a separate stream. But just knowing
Right.
that this is what followed up with those boring ass emails.
Well, this is riveting.
He's so excited. It's very. I mean, just no one would want to get on the phone, and this is your first call with someone. You're just talking about your boring meal. Who would want to have this conversation?
Do you know what his meals sound like? It sounds like what an actor has, like in iCarly or some shit.
I was watching Windy City Heat today, and that's exactly what like Perry kept getting plates with like a banana and an orange, and just like some.
It's like Michelle Obama, like the plate with all the portions on it. It's just it sounds bullshit. Like you know, he's eating like those Fluffernutter sandwiches or whatever.
Yeah, but he's just he microwaved a Hot Pocket that his mom got from the food bank, but he's going to talk about this well-balanced meal. I had all the 4 food pyramids,
Exactly.
Yeah, a scoop of peanut butter for some protein. We know.
Roy had, I don't know, some things he bought from the store, cheeseburger and chicken burger things. So I had a cheeseburger. Yeah.
Wow.
I usually don't eat them cheeseburgers from the store. I like my own grilled cheeseburgers. But I had
like
that.
grilling?
I love grilling. It's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
I thought he liked the flame
burgers
broiled
perfect.
from Burger King.
Well, okay, if he's gonna buy anywhere, he's gonna go to Burger King because they have the flame broiled. All the grease drips off, making it a health food. But
yeah, that was his protein for the day.
That's his protein. But he'd preferably, he's gonna go home, get himself a pound of ground beef, just make some patties. No, nothing. Everyone
No seasoning at all.
Before people fuck it up, they do something. Lorne's gonna do nothing. He's gonna let the meat speak for itself. And then you just cook that up and you put it on like a piece of whatever Walmart bread that you have. Not bun. That's where they fuck you. The bun is all crust. Lorne wants to cut the crust off, or you get yourself 2 pieces of just great value white bread.
It's the in pieces because he's out of bread.
Just the butt. He calls it butt bread.
Butt bread.
He's gonna make himself a butt burger.
No ketchup or anything. Just meat and bread.
Let the meat speaks for itself. Do you think the cowboys were putting spices? Well, they were, but like, other people don't have to. Cavemen weren't. They didn't even know about that shit.
You're right. He's on paleo.
Like
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you make them?
I used to put Montreal steak seasoning sauce on them, but I ran out of the Montreal steak seasoning. I'm like, well, I don't have anything to put on them, but I'm gonna see how it tastes with just me making the burger. So I did that. Huh?
You didn't put any seasoning on them?
I started and I didn't that time, but it turned out so good. It was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
So I started putting seasoning on them.
Wow.
Oh, well.
I mean, what I heard was he ran out of seasoning and he had a choice between seasoning or cigarettes, and he chose cigarettes and just keep using cigarettes.
The cigarettes probably burned all of his taste buds off. He can't even taste the seasoning anymore.
What's the point?
So he just eats it plain.
Well, you would think he would stop eating all that shit so that he doesn't look like a big scoop of shitty mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? Like, if nothing tastes like anything, then just eat normal shit, and then you won't look the way you look. You would look like Justin Timberlake.
What do you mean would look? He already does. You just get him like some like cup noodles and take it out of the cup and put it on his head and tell me that's not Justin Timberlake.
Some cup.
That works
And
for you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
So I kept doing it. And
Wow.
But you're not making
nice
anything.
and
You're
juicy and damn, so good. I actually was gonna make them tonight, but Roy pulled that out. Like, I'm tired. I didn't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
So I just ate that.
Watermelon today. Just watermelon today. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Do I sound good?
Yeah.
Thank you. You sound good too.
oh my god.
Like, I'm from Maine, but I didn't actually have a lobster until like 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
You lived in
because
Maine your whole life. Well, besides.
Well,
Briefly.
yeah. Besides, well, I lived in Maine until I was 19 or almost 20.
Mhm.
Then what happened?
Then I went in the Air Force for 2 years. Then I came back to Maine for a year. Then I went out to Washington State for 3.5 years. Came back to Maine for another year. Went back out to
Mhm.
Washington State for another 3.5 years.
He really did just crisscross aimlessly back and forth again.
If this was anybody else, I would have already hung up the phone. If this wasn't Lorne, this is so fucking boring.
I mean, right? Like, if you're hearing yourself saying these words and the other person is interested, they're recording you.
Exactly.
No one would want to hear this stuff. Who gives a shit?
Wait, is that why you stay on the phone with me so long whenever I tell you about all of like the things that I eat in a day?
That's exactly why. And sometimes when I say like hold on, and then you hear me like typing.
You know
me
what? That makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's the voice hotkeys.
Is that why I hear Elmo sometimes?
Yeah, so it's so. I mean, it's not really weird at this point but you would just hope, if it was anyone other than Lorne, you would hope that at this point in their life they would learn at least something from all of this trolling. That you have to change your approach. He's swinging the exact same way at every pitch, whether it just doesn't matter. He's going to swing at it.
This is like the third time that he's been catfished by Casey.
That's that's what we were talking about last night. Like, this is the third time he thought, okay, I'm talking to the real Casey Morrow. But why would you want to talk to? You met Casey Morrow for 5 minutes on the worst night of your life, a night that has ruined your name, your life. There's a community online that makes fun of you, your phone calls, because of your meeting with Casey Morrow. Why would you ever want to encounter this person again?
Well, because she's a female.
She's a female with a vagina. Don't forget that part. Allegedly, as far as he knows, because he's never actually talked to the real Casey Morrow. But as far as we know, Casey Morrow's just blanked out.
It's like a Barbie doll. It's got like molded on underwear.
Don't let
doesn't come off.
I don't want to speak for Casey Morrow. I'm saying allegedly. Allegedly. That's all I can say.
I'm saying it.
Blanked out there.
I
Oh,
went down to
wow.
Oklahoma. Yeah, I went to Oklahoma for like 3 months.
Yeah. Wait.
When I was 18, I moved to California for 3 months.
Well, so he was.
What were you doing?
He's going to bring this up maybe in this call, but he was in Oklahoma for 3 months. That's a really short period of time, and he said he worked at Denny's when he was in Oklahoma. So, what happened there? Oh no, I believe.
Great question.
I'm just wondering, because you don't get a job at Denny's if you're only going to be there for 3 months. It's not like you walk in, you get hired, and you start working this thing. There's got to be a little bit of a process. He must have planned on staying there longer. I want to know the Oklahoma story, because that's one we only find out about Oklahoma, I believe, from when he's talking to Casey.
He probably scanned somebody and got ran out of town.
I don't know. I mean, maybe, who knows? With Lorne and what Lorne's into, who knows if he didn't try and meet a minor and get run out of town, or anything could have happened.
You know what? He probably tried something at work.
It could. I mean, anything, right? Anything could have happened, and then Lorne is, because a lot of times with these people on To Catch a Predator, they had been busted previously, but by like someone's parent, or someone found out and said, "Get the fuck out of here," or "I'm going to call the police" type deal. So they had these brushes before. So who knows if something like that had happened to Lorne? Because it's just so weird that he would be in Oklahoma for just 3 months.
And then he also said that he was in California for 3 months.
Well, we knew, yeah, because he talks about that with Winnie when he was talking about the places in California that he had been, and he said that he had been there because someone was like working at with like dry cleaner business, or I can't remember the reason, but he had a reason for being there short term.
It's just crazy that he like moves like all these states away for a really short amount of time.
Yeah, it is, and then it was, and then you find out. So you move all these places for short periods of time, and then you get arrested these years later for trying to assault a child. You would want to at least look in all these different places to see if there were any connecting stories or any reasons why, or any that type of thing. Because he just would think that that's definitely not the first time this man walked into a house, because he was very comfortable doing it.
And he was very what's the word? Not skilled, but you could tell like in the chat log that was something he had done many times.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, Lorne is a fucking moron, but he knew how to delete those chat logs, just step by step by step.
Yeah.
He had given that little speech over and over again, and it had worked for him in the past, I'm sure. All right.
Oh, completely.
And out here.
Actually, my uncle, 2 of my uncles lived out there, and 2 of my brothers lived out there.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
They were installing dry cleaning equipment.
Oh, so here we go.
Oh.
So it's not excuses.
My first uncle that was out there, he'd been out there since he was 19. He's dead now, but.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was rough. He had dementia.
It's just
that was pretty rough.
Call 1. Casey's sorry to hear about Lorne's uncle that dying in California. Call whatever. Casey is sad that Lorne's mom didn't die because she has a bet. She has a bet when Lorne's mom's gonna die.
I love that call. That was such a good one.
Dang.
What are you doing?
That's what's great about chronological Casey, because you really just see how quickly it deteriorates. I
can't believe it's their first call ever, and he's like going into this like family medical history.
This is basically drywall talk, the family edition, and none of this shit mattered. No one cares about this. I was in the military station here, and I lived in California for a little bit, and now I'm here. Then this is what I do, and you just brush past all that shit. If she has any more questions, she can dive in deeper, but you just gloss over it. Just give her the bare bones, the cliff notes.
Well, okay, so first my mom, or my best friend's mom's dying of cancer.
First of all.
That's what you need to know first.
Yada, 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 and I try to have sex with a child.
There you go.
What part are you not understanding?
But he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning, and my other uncle, he went out there and he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning. The second uncle still alive.
You just said they both made money doing dry cleaning?
But then
he still lives out there?
No, he actually moved back here, I don't know, probably must be 15, 20 years ago now. He moved back here.
Really interesting.
But he's got like, 12, 14 rental houses. So he makes a lot of, he's got a lot of money.
And not letting Lorne in one of them.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and Roy and Paul, they were out there for, I don't know.
And who are they?
Huh?
He's just going on about these people that she does not know or give a shit about.
Yeah, why is he acting as though he's already introduced them?
Well, I think he believes that maybe because he thinks he's a celebrity.
Oh, you're right. He just assumes.
She knows, and he might have mentioned them in the letters, and so he's just assuming. When I talk about these people, you know who these people are, right? One mentioned to you've probably been to my website. You know who these people are.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if he's so used to other people attempting to catfish him and already knowing this information that he just assumes.
It would have been smart for him to test, but I know that's not what he was doing. But it would have been smart for him to test and say something that only someone who was real familiar with this story would know, and then call them on it. How do you know that if you don't? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would actually be smart.
I mean, he's smart for Arkansas.
Well, yeah. If he said like, "Oh, I was at Tony's house today," and the case was like, "I thought Tony's dead."
Yeah, he'd be like, how do you know that?
How do you know that, you lying whore? And then we find out that it's Blue Boy, but he wouldn't do that because then that would confirm that he is alone. So
The Blue Boy would never do that.
I'm just gonna drive to the airport with my pizza anyway.
The fucking off-brand DiGiorno, the store brand.
And who?
Roy and Paul, my brothers, both my brothers.
Oh, you have two
of my
brothers.
Yeah, well, actually, I have 4 brothers.
Oh my God, name them all, please.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What are their names, please?
Yeah, my sister's the oldest.
Okay,
Her name is Lori.
Okay, perfect. How old is she?
Then there's Ralph.
Ralph.
And there's Ralph, Roy, Paul, Richard.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the youngest.
Okay, you're the baby of the family.
Oh, yeah.
So how many siblings do you have?
None of your business.
I just have an older brother.
Oh, really?
What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
How much older is he than you?
A couple years.
Couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So have you lived out in California all your life?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're from the East Coast and you moved out to the West Coast?
Yeah.
He says that like it's the most ridiculous thing. Bitch, have you heard of like the migration to California, or why people wanted to go to California, or why it's so expensive to live in California? Because people want to live on the West Coast. It is a desirable place to be.
It's just so weird. It's like he's making what's it called? Like he's making this distinction for no reason. It's the same thing with people who like make a competition between like blondes and brunettes or shit like that. Like, why does that matter?
It's so stupid. And he really is like, what? You moved from here? And really all it is if you were in New Jersey, you'd be closer to me right now.
That's true.
If you were in New Jersey, we'd be closer, but because he can't leave Maine. So her in New Jersey would be much closer for her to drive or whatever to him than it will be for her to fly from California. So it just makes the relationship that more likely, I think.
Well, he could move to, what was it, Philadelphia, where he said he moved to be closer to somebody in a neighboring state.
Well, to be fair, back then he wasn't a pedophile. So he could move.
What?
He said he moved from Washington State back to Maine to be closer to was it Amanda James or Paula?
One of them.
Yeah, who was in like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I can't remember.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So in that aspect, it kind of makes sense why he would be bummed that she moved from New Jersey, because she would have been closer geographically than she is in California.
I don't understand geography. They're all neighboring states.
They're all states. You understand they're all places in America, right? That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. You basically get the gist of it.
Is one farther away than the other?
No, they're both the same distance.
Okay.
You can launch
Sunny out here.
Yeah, sunny.
I know.
So nice.
There's money out on the East Coast too.
I don't like the weather.
Well, yeah, but
She said it's sunny out here, and he said, "Yeah, there's money out on the East Coast too." Because he thought she said there's money out here.
Well, he's like deaf.
Well, and he's also thinking that's where every woman's that's the first thing they're gonna think about.
Well, we do know that Casey is a money girl.
Well, she's a money girl. Well, you a money girl now?
Always been.
how much have you?
Oh.
How much have you played in the weather though?
Huh?
Have I
The
played?
snowmobiling?
All
Yeah,
the
it's
time.
Yeah, New Jersey.
You know it
never.
snows in New Jersey, right?
Well, yeah, but not like Maine though.
Well, yeah.
New Jersey, that's just a little bit of snow in New Jersey. That's not enough to
It's
have
a lot
fun
of snow.
in. Not in New Jersey.
Why is he
It's not enough
gatekeeping
to have fun.
snow?
You can't go snowmobile in New Jersey. You end up
You can go skiing, snowboarding.
you end up snowmobile mud or mudding mobile.
Yeah.
She doesn't even like that
I
kind
mean,
of
I'm
stuff.
from
She's talking
there.
about being in the
I know
sun.
better than you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. You can't do that in California though, unless you go to the mountains.
Great. I don't want to.
Right there.
Snowboard in California unless you go to the mountains. Yeah, most places where I've lived, you can't just I can't just walk out my door and start snowboarding.
Why not?
Well, because I don't because I live in California.
That sounds like a you problem.
So Lorne can just walk out his door, snap on his Burton board, and he just snowboards away from the house. What is he talking about?
How do you think he gets to work?
Lorne snowboards to work. Lorne just carving down the mountain to work. Okay, well I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because you're not smart like me. You got to use your brain.
Lorne jumping. Lorne just jumping out of the house on a snowboard.
He's waving back at Sadie and Roscoe.
Just beautiful carve, beautiful powder just as Lorne zips off to work on his snowboard.
Do it in Maine.
I don't know.
I really think you'd love Maine.
Why is
It's
that?
so pretty here. Because it's so pretty here, and it's just like the weather is year round. You hit all.
Hello?
And the people are so different than they are.
Sorry, you cut out. I can't hear you.
Well,
Hold on a second.
one person I know of from Maine is a pedophile. So if we're going to talk about how the people are different, that's the other thing too. Like he's about to trying to sell her on how the people are different and things are just so great here. But why?
Well, because there's not a lot of black people in Maine.
There's not a lot of black people, and because it's so small and rural and separated, people don't really fuck with Lorne like they would if he was in a larger place. So I think maybe he just feels safer in his little bubble in Cornville.
Right.
Why try and sell? You're trying to sell someone. It'd be different if he had been to where, like, if she lived in Hemet, California. He's like, well, I've been to Hemet and it's a shithole, and I'm telling you, you're gonna like Maine for these reasons, but you don't even know where she lives. You have no idea.
Well, he probably thinks it's all the same.
It's all the same. It's all just palm trees and fake people with big plastic titties.
That's why Lorne wants to move to the West Coast.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my phone over by the windows that way.
Nice.
The signal's a little rugged here.
Yeah, that'll convince her to go to Maine.
Well, we have signal out here.
You got signal out there?
Yeah, California's better.
In California's winter.
Better.
God, he needs
Weather.
a hearing aid.
Better.
Better?
B-E-E-R. Better.
There you go. I was trying to figure out which word you were saying, weather or better. Maine's better. I've been to California.
Okay.
I did like California,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't like it.
What part?
Didn't like it as much. We lived. See, my uncles lived in Fullerton, in Anaheim.
Well,
Well,
oh,
live in
okay.
Fullerton.
Near Anaheim.
Yeah. I actually, where I lived was actually right in Anaheim, actually, right next to Fullerton.
Oh, okay. How long did you live out here?
I lived there for 3 months. But then when I was in Washington State the second time, I wound up getting my CDL, and I would go for Snyder. So I did the 11 Western states. And so I would always go down I-5 right down through California.
Oh, all right.
Like constantly go down
Cool.
I-5. Yeah. I loved that for 3 months. I loved that. Then
3 months.
I'd rather listen to sheetrock talk.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
next 3 months was just really boring. So I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm definitely not an over-the-road truck driver.
Oh, yeah. I'd never be able to do that.
Yeah, no, it got very lonely very quickly.
Oh.
I bet.
So I found other different jobs, driving truck for a septic system or a septic business out there, that I actually wound up becoming best friends with them and with the owners of it. And yeah, that was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. working for them.
Why'd you go back to Maine then?
Huh?
Why'd you go back? Why'd you leave that job? You went back to Maine?
Yeah. I think I was just ready to come back.
My God.
Well,
Mhm.
there was a couple of different reasons.
Good
One was I
Lord.
was ready to come back, and the other was even though they were my best friends and they owned the company
Uh-huh.
that I was working for, it's like they became a Fortune 500 company.
Oh no. Then
So
what
these Fortune 500 people came in
Mm.
and showed them a different way to run the company so they'd make more money.
Oh,
Well,
really?
them making more money decreased the amount of money that I was making by a significant amount.
Why does
They
he talk like that?
explain that again. They make
He- he's
He
trying to
can't
talk
speak in a
cursive,
sentence. It's like
and
segments.
he can barely talk in block print, but he's trying to like fancy up his words, and he's trying to add additional detail, and just say what the fuck happened.
He's flipping through a thesaurus
He-
while he
it's,
constructs a sentence.
it's like, come on, like all he's trying to say is, oh, the new company came in and said our pay plan was fucked up, and they changed the way I was getting paid, and I started getting paid less. So I left the company. Oh, okay. All this other, I was best friends with you were best friends with the company, and it's like just say what happened because you're not there anymore. It does it's like on your resume. You know, the most recent job on your resume should be the one with the most detail, and then it kind of goes back from
Mhm.
there. There shouldn't be 6 paragraphs about your work at Burger King when you were in high school. But Lorne doesn't understand that, so he just gives all this. If this was a real person, they would have been gone a long time ago. Or if they were interested in you guys were going to go on a date after this call, they would write you and cancel. There would be a text message cancellation and then a block.
I would have just blocked him. I would have just ghosted.
There would have been no. There would have been no text.
No, it's just gone. It's just-
made more money, so you made less money.
Yeah, the more money that they made was because it was coming out of my check.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
Yeah,
weird.
well, see, I would make commission off things that I would sell. I'd make hourly
Mhm.
plus commission.
Mhm.
So I'd make more off commission than I would off my hourly pay. And
Oh.
it's like I'd sell something for $50 or for $198, I think it was, and I'd make $50 commission off of that.
So they were paying 25% commission, which is ridiculous. And Lorne said he was making more money from his commissions than from his hourly. So when this company came in, they're going to have a proficiency person, some who's going to look at things and say, "Hey, you're paying way too much in overhead, and you're also paying way too much for these commissions. You know, so you don't have to keep it. So we're going to lower it. And if your salespeople quit, it's fine because you're going to bring in new salespeople who didn't make 25% commission before. So 5% commission is just going to be what they're used to."
And you know that Lorne was probably like the shittiest salesman
Oh,
ever.
And that's what I was going to say. The only reason he was making more was because the commissions were so high. Because if Lorne was saying I was making so much money from commissions, if they fucked with his pay plan, he would take them sales skills and go work somewhere else in sales. Because you can be uneducated and make a lot of money in sales, a ton.
He was
And
probably just pestering people, and they got to the point where they're like, "I'll just buy it if he'll leave."
well, they were probably already buying stuff. It was probably like you're selling stuff to a client who's already making a purchase. It's like an upsell.
Oh, okay,
Someone's
okay.
getting their carpet cleaned and you upsell them on, hey, do you want to get this finer mist that's gonna you're just upselling. So he's probably getting
Yeah.
paid on those things. And so it was a fucking shooting fish in a barrel. So they said you're paying too much, and that's probably what ended up happening.
Why would you shoot
But
fish
then
in
when
a
the Fortune
barrel?
500
They're already in the barrel.
No. Okay. I wanted my barrel back.
Wouldn't the bullet go through the barrel, and then you got water everywhere now?
Oh, now you ruined your barrel.
You're gonna get mold. The water's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna seep into the floors.
Now what, stupid? You ruined your barrel.
500 people came in, they told them there's no reason for you to give $50 worth of commission
Uh-huh.
to your employees
Yeah.
when
Sounds
they'd be satisfied with $15 off, of commission.
Yeah. So they said,
And they said if your employees,
they said, let's give them, you're going to give them flat rate. You're going to give them $15 instead of 50 on that. And Lorne was really upset. He didn't like the 7.5% commission. So he was going to bitch.
now don't like it, then they'll quit or they'll deal with it. But you'll get other employees to come in, and they'll like being able to get the $15 commission. So it's just a matter of time. Before all their original employees quit. So they got all new employees in there. They made more money, but then they wound up getting a divorce. She bought the company from him, and
oh my god,
it was a mess. And they had twins at the time.
Yeah.
They were getting a divorce. But
Wow.
yeah. Those,
Do you think Casey was even
that was
listening?
no.
What do you do for work now?
Right now,
Yes,
I actually drive truck, and actually the job that I told you about is I actually should be starting on Saturday. The guy said.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah, it's gonna be a real tough job. I'll be driving up and down the interstate. I'll be driving up and down 95. That's pretty much all I'll be doing is dropping in and hooking trailers, FedEx trailers.
Oh, okay. You're not dropping off packages?
No,
there might be kids.
The tractor trailers. I'll be dropping the trailers off in the yard, and then I'll be hooking onto another trailer and taking that to another spot and dropping that off. And that's all I'll be doing. And they get all the benefits too.
Wow.
Yeah, medical and dental, health and vision, 401k, yeah, everything with them.
Everything you need.
Yes.
Yes.
I just need you to move out here. See?
13 minutes into the first call before Lorne is getting KC, not just to come visit and play in the snow. She needs to move out to Maine.
I mean, normally it takes about 10, so I'd say that's a good.
That's even faster than he was with Kayla, the person who he believed Casey was when he first met her at the Sting House. It wasn't 13 minutes into that conversation when he was asking Kayla if she wanted to see his penis or whatever. I'm pretty sure at 13 minutes he was still trying to be the nice guy, wasn't he?
Well, it takes him longer because he's got to type out all the words, and he can't do that very fast.
That's true. Okay. You're right.
What part of Maine do you live in? Like near the coast?
No. Okay. What part of Maine would you in when you were here?
I was in Portland.
You were down way down the end of Maine.
Oh, is that far?
I'm almost in the dead center of Maine.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the map and you see a town named Skowhegan, I'm actually right next to that town.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's called Cornville.
Cornville. What's there to do in Cornville?
There ain't a damn thing to do in Cornville, but there's all kinds of things to do all around Cornville. See, you're a nature girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is nothing better than waking up in the morning, going out and seeing trees. Trees and grass.
Yeah, with all of the fucking scraps around them and the nails and broken glass and shit.
Trees and grass.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's
dead grass, but who cares?
So you're kidnapped and you wake up and you just have a phone and you call someone and you're like, I need help. I'm in a strange place. I don't know where I am. And they go, okay, Nuggets, calm down. What do you see around you?
I see trees. Trees and grass.
She's in Cornville, Maine. Get a chopper to Cornville.
I see a broken copy machine.
Say no more.
Outside.
The password is printer. She's in Cornville, Maine. Move, move, move.
You got trees, but you also got buildings
Oh.
galore.
You don't hear those
got
anywhere else but
buildings.
Maine. Those are native to Maine.
Yeah, I get buildings. I got a couple sheds outside.
Well,
I look outside. Like right now, I planted a tree actually when I what was it, like a year after I got out, and that tree is, I mean, it was probably like 2 feet high, and right now that tree is probably about 15 feet high, and I've got it outside my walk-in closet window.
that thing's growing out of a tree. That's crazy,
I
Lorne.
can see it.
Oh my God.
On.
It's just nice. It's so pretty, and I just get grass behind that and more trees and
Do
So
they have
that's
grass?
all there
where you're
is.
from?
Trees.
and across.
What's that?
Do they have grass where you're from?
No.
What about
no.
buildings?
I'm not from Maine. We have buildings and like teepees.
We have mud huts.
There's a shitload of adobe structures out here, but not grass, trees, and buildings. I'm on the West Coast.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I should have known that.
Across the road is more trees. It's just nature.
Just nature,
It's
girl.
so nice,
Just nature.
Wow.
and it's
You're not
quiet.
doing a very good job on selling me on Cornville.
Okay, well, I don't really want to live in Cornville all my life anyway.
Come on.
I actually would like to have a house on a lake.
Nice.
That's what I
Oh,
want.
that'd be so pretty.
Yeah, and that's actually what I plan on getting.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
maybe in the next year or two.
With his truck
in the
money.
next year or two. That NBC lawsuit's gonna come through any day now.
Yeah.
By his lake property.
Isn't he like 50K in debt at this point?
Yeah, okay. Well, Nuggy, so then in order to get a $400,000 house, all he needs to do is get $450,000.
Oh, that
Don't worry
should be
about that.
easy.
He's gonna the debt will be wiped out with the windfall of money he's gonna get doing blank.
Well, he's okay. So first, he's got to get his septic system back.
It doesn't matter what he does. That's just a vehicle. Whatever that is just a vehicle to riches. That's the question mark. It's do something, figure something out, question mark, money. And as soon as he figures out the first 2 steps, then he's got the lake house.
He's
Boom.
golden.
He's golden. So now we move on to episode 2.
These tales from back to school. Denim, haircut, backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants.
New shoes,
Get yourself an outfit.
denim,
Boots and pants.
Haircut.
new shoes. So get yourself back to school with these tales.
Haircut.
I actually would like to have a house on a lake. That's what I
Oh,
want.
that'd be so
I hate that
pretty.
picture.
Yeah, and that's actually what I plan on getting. Like
Yeah.
maybe in the next year or two.
That's a good plan.
Mhm.
And I'd like to have nice big windows in the back
Ooh.
so that you can see the look out and see the lake.
What about the front?
And
No. Don't worry.
and I like to have a loft with a master bedroom. I know exactly the kind of house that I want because it's actually been built already.
In your head.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Got
but
your
somebody
eye
else
on
owns it. Yeah, somebody else owns it, and I actually knew the people that actually had it built.
Oh,
He's just
So,
browsing on Zillow and he's
but
bored.
they sold it to somebody else a long time ago because they got divorced. But it's just such a pretty house. But it's also up in the town that I don't want to live in.
Oh, so you have to move the
So-
house.
Oh,
Mm.
well.
I have to pick,
There's too many
I have
kids
to
in the
pick a different
town.
lake and build a different house.
I have to pick a different lake, build a different house. Now that's your country song.
He's gonna build it himself. It's gonna take 37 years.
Yeah, that's very relatable to people. Sometimes you got to pick a different lake and build a different house.
That's his country song about Maine.
That's my new saying. You know, guys, sometimes you got to pick a different lake and build a different house. What
He's
does that
tap
mean?
dancing on the radio with Nazis.
He's tap dancing on the radio, and I'm wearing electric shoes.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
So
What's your house like?
Well,
what's
There's
my
not a
house like?
roof.
My house is actually my uncle's trailer,
Trailer.
I've been tearing apart and rebuilding
Yeah,
and adding on to
the
it.
first part.
Not, yeah, not a lot of rebuilding
That's
going
why.
on.
That's why I don't want to live here.
Because you fucked up the trailer.
Yeah, I've never been in a
Regardless.
trailer before.
He's like, well, I started tearing it down and rebuilding, and I don't want to live here anymore. I can't be here anymore.
He found out that paper mache doesn't really make great walls.
Yeah, it's fun for projects, Lorne. I told you, it's fun for clay is great for projects, not so much for houses.
It's like air dry Crayola clay.
We don't make houses out of clay. I told you the stuff dries brittle, buddy. That's not a wall.
He's one of the 3 piggies that made his house out of straw.
You haven't?
No.
Well, this isn't really like any normal trailer anymore because I've been adding onto it and redoing the whole thing.
Adding on to
but it's still
I've
like it doesn't matter.
Display case with the karaoke trophy. Well, 2 karaoke trophies. I'll tell you that story sometime.
And how much I do to it. The realtor told me that it's not going to increase the value of the property.
Yeah.
What?
So it's like I thought about just after doing everything I've done, I thought about just tearing it apart and building a house.
Is that what?
And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to live in Cornville, so I'll just finish the trailer and I'll build a house somewhere else and either rent this property here out or sell it or something.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I
like
don't
you got it all figured out.
Yeah, because I don't want to live here. I mean, the biggest reason I'm living here right now really is because of Mom. She's right in Cas3y again, and it's only like 7 miles away from her.
Gotcha.
So
why not just live with
figure it
her?
out.
Well,
But there are places that you would love to live.
Oh wait, because she lives
Like where?
She lives in Section 8 housing, doesn't she?
Well, Lorne lives in what he lives in.
If she lives in Section 8 housing, he can't live there because he's a felon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe because it's Section 8, he can't be there.
Gotcha. I just thought it was because Mama Gwen didn't want him there.
Well, I'm sure she doesn't want him there either, but what a great excuse to not have him there under any circumstance.
You know what? That's very true.
Illegally. I'm sorry, Lorne. I would love to have you, but like, you know how the law be.
They won't let you sit your ass in my chair.
Yeah. I got a real man here, Roy. A real man. I got a real man.
He's passed out face down on the floor.
I got a real man here.
Down by Round Pond where my brother lives. That's nice down there. That's close to the coast.
I do like the ocean. I love surfing.
I mean, cold surfing in Maine, though. Well, I guess the ocean's cold anyway.
Yeah, the ocean's cold
Either
anyway.
way.
Yeah, either way. It's all the same.
I
guess the ocean's cold anyway.
Hell, I'd like to live down by the coast too.
Yeah.
And
get away from the
FedEx.
trees.
Yeah, well, no, I like get away from the trees. We'll still have trees. Just won't be as many.
No, there won't be as plentiful.
So you said you go skiing a lot.
I used to go a long time ago, and I haven't been in years. Last time I went, I was in the Air Force. We had a ski mountain right on the base, and that was the last time that I went.
There's an Air Force base there in Maine.
No, I was stationed in Alaska.
Oh.
Well, I thought he said he could ski
I
in
was
Maine.
up with his real winter weather.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So where do you ski then in Maine? Where do you go?
Oh, you got. Oh, let's see. You Squaw Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta remember all the mountains. Mount Katahdin has some. Mount Katahdin's actually
Well,
the highest mountain in Maine.
well, the last time you skied in Maine, what mountain did you like going to?
That was.
Yeah, make something. Come on.
Trying to remember the name of it.
It's the trash mountain next to his trailer.
He's trying to think of all the places he's heard of before so he can make up this lie real quick.
You give him a second, he's Googling mountains in Maine.
Shit. He doesn't have Roy in front of him to act as his hands so he can do the search for him. But he's if Lorne has gone skiing, it was once, and it was a very long time ago, and he was really shitty at it.
I'm just imagining him like falling face first in the snow.
Getting with a
can't keep his
cigarette with a
balance.
cigarette in his mouth, going down the slopes, in like that one piece like ski bib that people used to wear in the 80s. That's what he'd be wearing.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit. It's in Carabassa. The name of the town is Carabassa.
Oh, okay, of course.
Okay.
Damn. I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember the name of that.
Because you've never
It
been there.
begins with an S.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
And find out. The three kids that I used to babysit when I was a teenager and their mother, we used to go there all the time.
Let's not talk about the kids you babysat.
Go skiing, and
Yeah,
she's the one that
maybe-
taught me how to ski.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
And she kept
Oh,
looking
really?
behind her. Yeah, she kept looking behind her, and she ran right into a bunch of trees.
Oh wow, that's good.
Oh,
Small
goodness.
trees. Yeah, thank God they were small trees, but all I could think was, holy crap, she's teaching me how to ski. Yeah, so that was too funny when that happened.
Hmm.
But God, I love that. I love skiing down there. But see, the skiing there, that's not far from here. In the Squaw Mountain, there's Eaton Mountain, which is really close to here.
E mountain?
Hmm.
You're just naming off mountains. Who gives a shit?
Do you know what he did? He frantically flipped through like all of the books that he bought at a fucking like estate sale and is trying to find a map of Maine. And he finally found one. He was like, okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yep. All right. There's oh no, this mountain is populated by he's just like reading basic facts about Maine. But she hasn't agreed to come out to Maine. She has shown she just asked, where did you ski? Where did you go? And so instead he's gonna tell her about all the different places in Maine. No one asked for all this.
She already said that she doesn't like the cold like
She doesn't
several
want to go-
times.
and she doesn't want to go to fucking Maine.
There's Mount Katahdin. There's a lot of mountains around here actually that have ski slopes on them.
Oh my God.
I can't list off all the names of them.
She didn't ask for all of
I
them.
haven't been to all of them. But there's a lot of mountains here.
Just
And there's
the
a lot
one
of
that
lakes
you've
too.
been to.
But the further north you go, there's less population.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
further south, they get more population. So if you move back here to Maine, we can move down by the coast. Because I'd have a good job.
He's known you for
Started
20
dancing.
minutes.
Oh,
I know.
and
Yeah. You don't want to leave me out of it, do you? See, I got it all figured out. If you start a dancing school, you make all kinds of money down there.
yeah, a lot of
There's a
dancers
lot.
there.
Well,
So
I
he
want
had
Casey-
the thought.
Oh,
Sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. No, you go.
No.
Oh,
No,
I
please.
just shut the fuck up. I just really want to see Casey like teach Lorne how to nay.
I mean, any music montage of Casey trying to teach Lorne to dance, and over time they finally get this dance together, would be great. But the fact that prior to this call, so Lorne had already had this planned out in his mind. He'd already thought about this during the letter writing. That well, how I need Casey to move out here because he'd never considered. If things work out with us, maybe I can move out to you. So he's got to get her out to Maine. And well, what can she do? Well, she dances. She can open up a dance school here and teach people how to dance here. So people want to dance no matter what. So why wouldn't a studio in Cornville, Maine, do just as well as her studio in Studio City, California?
I mean, that's solid logic.
For
Everybody
Lorne,
does love to dance.
everyone who doesn't love to dance, who doesn't want to pay someone to teach them to dance.
See,
I know
Lorne
I
got it down. He's a businessman.
He knows he's not a fool.
Well,
yeah, a lot of elderly people that want to learn how to do things.
A lot
Get out and do
of
things.
elderly people want to learn how to do things.
She's setting up her dance studio in an old folks' home.
Yeah, this sounds like the setup for a sitcom. Someone leaving who had like a hotshot studio teaching, celebrities and soccer yoga moms how to do all this shit, and then she ends up losing everything and going to Maine to open up a dance school teaching old people. Tell me that doesn't sound like a fucking sitcom. Not a good
I've already
sitcom.
seen that one.
I'm sure you have. Not a good sitcom, but that is at least a late 90s, early 2000s sitcom right there. That's the premise. And Lorne is pitching it like it's a real thing and a good idea. Well, there's lots of old people down here who want to learn things.
Yeah, they need to learn how to line dance before they kick the bucket.
See, point me towards old people who want to learn something. I'm going to teach them how to dance.
Younger people that want to learn all the dancing and do all the yoga and stuff.
All the dancing and the yoga.
You'd make some good money back here.
Dance yoga?
Especially down by the coast.
Yeah, never thought about it.
Yeah, now you get you thinking about it, so that's good.
Yeah. He's planting love seeds.
Ew, I don't
would
like
really
that.
be awesome.
I'll be back to
Yeah.
harvest those later.
Think about this too. All of our family is back here.
How do you know
On
that?
the East Coast.
Hmm.
What?
See?
Oh, because she said she's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
She's
Your
from
family?
Jersey.
She said that she was originally from New Jersey. She didn't say I moved out here when I was an adult. She just thought we were originally from New Jersey. Why would he assume that all her family's on the East Coast? Or that she didn't grow up with her grandma on the East Coast, but all her family was really in California.
Well, that would mean that Lorne is thinking about things.
And thinking about someone other than himself. And he doesn't
Yeah.
realize it, just like with Kayla. Casey hasn't been giving him a whole lot of personal information about herself.
He just talks and talks and then assumes that he knows her.
Okay, and cool. And he's never been able to open up to anyone like this before. Just this one catfish.
Yeah, no, he loves her more than anyone he's ever known.
Yeah, he's able to talk to her like no one else, and he doesn't know why, but it's really fucking special.
Yeah.
Yours too. You're from New Jersey.
Some family
See?
here.
Oh, you got family there too?
Mhm. Yeah,
Huh. I wasn't expecting that one.
almost 10 years now.
You've only been out there for 10 years?
Mhm.
What made you move out there? The acting?
Yeah.
Actually, I was back here in Maine because,
Mhm.
well,
Oh,
Stephen
Film
King
a lot of
lives right in
shows.
Bangor.
Oh,
Stephen King,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Stephen King
I'll
lives
just
right in
knock on his
Bangor.
door.
Huh?
Just knock on his door. Ask if he can give me a job.
Yeah. I bet I could probably get a hold of him.
Lord, you get a
so.
hold of Stephen King.
Well, they're
Well,
buddies.
There's a guy Stephen King owns a radio station, but there's another guy that I know that works at a radio station, not the one that Stephen King owns, but he knows a lot of celebrities. He's
Mhm.
met a lot of celebrities, and he actually.
You know how to shorten that story, Lauren? I know a guy who might know him. That's it.
See, that doesn't work though, because Lorne needs you to know all of the details. It makes it more interesting when you know every minute detail about something.
It makes no sense. Like that's why these stories drag on so long and there's no interest in them, because he never just sets something up so that you can ask him to hear more details. He just starts off with all the boring details.
Well, that's a sign of a good storyteller. Why do you think Taken Abroad is a New York Times bestseller?
That's true. And not available for print only in a. Did you know that at one point, I don't know about now or if it's still available, but through that books, there was a machine. The only way you could buy Taken Abroad in 2019 was if you went. There were 2 locations that had these book on demand printing services. There were 2 of them in America, and you would pay. It was a book on demand printing service. You would stand at this machine, you would put in your money, you would pick whichever book you wanted, and then it would take like 20 to 30 minutes to print the book while you waited.
God, that sounds like a lot.
I mean, but just imagine the process of going. First, you have to hunt down this machine, and then you're going to go there, and you're going to put in your card or whatever, and then you're going to like just walk around and I don't know, window shop while you wait for your pedophile authored book to be printed. Hot, literally hot off the press.
They had to do the same thing for The Lost Kitten.
Yeah, so yeah, that's some exclusive shit right there.
Yeah, son of a good writer.
Yeah, that's rare. Rare.
Not even Stephen King could get that.
But no, not even Stephen King, where you get to print a book, print your pedophile book at the machine and wait 20 to 30 minutes. And it probably gets stuck halfway through and they gotta do like a paper change. It's just a whole ordeal. Who would buy? And then Lawrence, how about donating half the money to the Wounded Warrior? Half of what?
$3.
I mean, yes, because someone did buy one, and that's it. And Lorne didn't give anything to anyone.
What? No, Lorne, if anything, Lorne is a man of his word.
He wrote in Wounded Warriors, they'll get paid as soon as he finishes paying off Durango Mango.
Exactly. See, you get it. And he's almost done with that.
When she's paid, then Wounded Warriors are right there next.
And then St. Jude's.
St. Jude's.
With my brother, another one of my brothers.
Stephen King stays with your brother?
No.
Huh?
You said Stephen King stays with your brother?
No, you bimbo.
No, the guy that worked at a radio station.
Month, be nice.
Knows a lot of celebrities. He stayed over my house one night when I had my septic business, and I lived in a different town. Him and another one of my brothers stayed over my house that night, and we went out to the bar and everything. And he got all kinds of pictures of all kinds of celebrities that he's met, and plus he's on the radio all the time, but he knows all kinds of celebrities. And
yeah,
I think he knows Stephen King. So
all right, so okay,
reach out to him for
all
me.
Lorne has to do is get a hold of his brother and say, hey, remember that guy that stayed at my place that time with you? We were all hanging out back when I had the septic business. He's a radio station guy. And his brother will be like, oh, yeah, you mean, like Wolfman Pete. And he'll be like, yeah, do me a favor. Can you get a hold of Wolfman Pete and tell him your pedophile brother would like to introduce his girlfriend to Stephen King and see if he can set that up for him?
No. I don't think so.
No, pedophile. I said pedophile.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I could do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Wolfman Pete.
He's gonna get Casey in the remake of Misery.
Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, if you were an upstanding, just the idea that you're gonna have some connection, introduce your girlfriend to Stephen King, and that's gonna get her in movies or TV shows.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So that's why she should move to Maine.
Yeah,
because there's a chance that your pedophile boyfriend knows a guy who works at a radio station, not Stephen King's radio station, but a radio station, and might get you a meeting.
I don't understand this incredulous tone that you're taking, because this is entirely possible.
I'm just being a hater.
You are. Queen of Spade was right about you.
Let me tell you about what.
Don't tell him that his movies are stupid.
I'll tell him, I know somebody that would be perfect in your movies. That's what I'll tell him. I'll say, I have a perfect person for you to play in your next movie.
Yeah. Have you read any of his books?
Well,
no. I've watched a couple of his movies.
Yeah,
come on, Casey. You know he can't read.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't read them.
No, that's not why you don't read.
Yeah, he's got a freaky mind. No, I have moments when I do, and moments when I don't.
Well,
and it's like,
we know that's bullshit.
Actually,
because this man couldn't even read the evaluation that he paid all that money for. He couldn't even read that shit cover to cover. So I'm supposed to believe this man is voluntarily picking up books?
Listen, the report that he got was in Times New Roman.
Yeah, so okay. And
You
then
can
he
read
also now I know he read through his chat log at one point, but even that was forced. Is
I
that
mean,
the one full piece of literature Lorne's ever read was his own chat log with Kayla?
no, he read Goodnight Moon when he was
He
like
never-
7.
Not cover to cover. He skipped something.
Sorry about that.
What did you do? No, did you get yelled at?
No. My room's right next to the laundry room, and the washing machine just decided to get real loud for a second.
Well, it's the washing machine one.
My bad, the washing machine.
Just tell your mom that we're doing a skit, and that's why you were crying.
It's just my mom with the basket of water, with the fucking wringing it out over it. That's how we do it in Arkansas.
When I was incarcerated, I actually wrote a book. I actually wrote more than one book, but
yeah. So those
You wrote a book.
those are the books.
Yeah, I didn't spend my time not doing anything when I was incarcerated.
You wrote a burn book,
But I wrote
kid book.
When I got out. My mom wanted me to publish it, and
The Lost Kitten.
I would write some in it, and then I'd send it back to her, and she'd read it. And then I'd write some more of it, and I'd send it back to her, and she'd keep reading it. And she wanted me to publish it when I got out, so I self-published it. It's called Taking Abroad. If you go on ondemandbooks.com, you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find it on there. But that
Okay. What's it about?
it's about 100 and some odd pages long.
That's what it's about.
No.
Yeah.
No, you gotta read it.
Oh no.
No, actually, hang on.
Well, it appears that ondemandbooks.com, the former publisher of pedophile books and probably other books, I'm assuming other books, they're gone. ODB network shut down due to supplier issues. We're unfortunately shutting down the on-demand books content network. If you're here looking for books, please visit Shakespeare and Company.
Oh no.
Yeah. No.
How else are we gonna get taken abroad?
I mean, well, someone uploaded the entire thing to the temple. That's where I read it to Jesse.
Yeah,
So,
but nobody. What's gonna happen? The Wounded Warrior Project's not getting any of that.
Well, no, I give them a little money every time I read a page.
Okay, you're doing them right.
It's only right. It's only right.
Hey, hang on a second. I'll read to you what it's about. I've got a copy of the radio.
Oh, nice. He's got it rolled up in his back pocket like wolf porn.
I think I got a copy of the radio. Yeah, radio.
You just can't remember off the top of your head what it's about.
I do, but it's
About Little Red
better
Riding
if I read it
Hood.
from the back of the book.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
that way you get a better picture of it.
He doesn't even know how to summarize his own book. He wrote it.
I know.
Gonna put my reading glasses on now.
Nice.
Your reading glasses.
Yes, I had to start wearing reading glasses like a year and a half ago. Shocked the hell out of me. I looked at the book and I was trying to read. And I was like, why is this getting all blurry on me? I had to wind up down.
He's probably crying.
Because he's looking at his chat log.
I'm still young.
I'm still
At least in my mind, I am.
Right.
Oh, we know.
You can come to my elderly hip hop class.
Come to your what?
My elderly hip hop class.
Oh, really?
They sit backwards on chairs.
Old ladies.
What is that? Let's see, and I'll be the youngest one there, and all the others will be 75 and older, right? Yeah. Well, you saw the way I danced, so you know you have to place me where you see fit.
You can show them how it's done.
Oh yeah. Look at me go. I step side to side and swing my arms a little.
All right.
I felt like such an idiot doing that dancing for you.
I don't know why.
I was like, here I am dancing for
It was good.
somebody that dances professionally. Yeah, I look real intelligent.
Well,
okay, I'll read this to you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, preparing for life after high school. Aaron having a hard time seeing the words.
Oh my God.
Preparing for life after high school. Aaron enlisted into the Army. anxious to serve his country and fight for what he believed in. After losing his closest friend to a sniper, Aaron lost it while in the field and spent 3 months in a psychiatric ward until being shipped home. Once home, he falls in love with Brooke, a girl he meets on a blind date. Not long after getting engaged, he begins having nightmares of his time in Iraq, in the Iraqi war. But he puts it off as nothing serious. When the nightmares become more intense, Brooke talks to Aaron about seeing a psychiatrist, and
this is not a summary of. This is not what you know. Like the summary of the book should just be a synopsis of what you're going to read about. Kind of like
Yeah.
when returning home from war, Aaron finds that life is and at the same time a killer is running loose among. Are the two things related? Like, or something to build in. Lorne is basically telling you the entire story of the man. It's the entire story. Why would I read the book?
It's like when you watch a movie trailer that just gives away the entire like, plot of the movie.
But then at the end of the movie, it turns out he was the killer all along. You're like, oh, that was a pretty good trailer. Okay.
Don't need to go see the movie. Don't need to spend any money.
Take abroad the movie now. I know what's going to happen. And Sloth Cat's a terrible Lorne. Well, once they go woke, you can't have a white guy play Lorne. It's got to be Sloth Cat.
No, he's playing Aaron, and he gets some news in the mail, and he's like, "What is this mysterious vanilla envelope doing in my mailbox?"
Yeah, I got a vanilla envelope. I gotta go to war, y'all. I'm trying to tell them I don't even want to go to war.
Can you imagine?
Sorry, Sloth. I'm about to kill all these motherfuckers.
You're going down.
Tooken abroad.
The Sloth Cat, he's not even wearing like a costume. He's just in his normal Sloth Cat uniform. It's just him. With a bad bald cap.
As for his family, he agrees.
Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I didn't mean to cut off the synopsis. The entire book.
Unfortunately, the intense sessions with the psychiatrist don't help, and the nightmares begin to affect Aaron further. Aaron can no longer fight the right and wrong of the murders he's about to commit. In the end, justice is served with a heartbreaking death that Aaron did not plan on.
Wow, I wonder what happened.
So you already know when you start reading that Aaron is going to become a murderer. He's going to come back from the war. He's going to kill people, and then someone's going to a shocking death.
I wonder who it could be. Could it be, I don't know, the two women in the book that he talks to the entire time? Is it his mom?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. So it's about PTSD.
It's about what?
Having
What's that?
PTSD.
Kind of, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It's about a kid that goes into the military after school and
oh my god,
has
But
things
what is he
yeah.
about? Kind of like a huge plot point is PTSD.
But does he actually say PTSD in it?
No, but it's like clearly what he's referring to.
He doesn't know what it is.
That's true.
I don't think. I mean, didn't someone say that like his cellmate had started writing this, and then Lorne kind of took it from him?
Really, I didn't know that.
I mean, I don't know if that was just speculation or not, because it's really odd. Like, so I was in the Air Force. Lorne was in the Air Force. If I was going to write a story about the military, I would write it about the branch I served in, because that's the branch I know.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the lingo's different. Like a job. Well, I think it's an MOS in the Army. It's an AFSC in the Air. Like everything is different. So it's so weird that Lorne would write a book about the Army when he has no experience with it. So I don't remember who said it, but I believe, and this was someone else's, and Lorne just kind of took it and ran with it.
Do you know what I think he did? I think he's what's that movie? I think it's got Robert De Niro in it, Hide and Seek.
With wait, is it he has like the imaginary friend?
Yeah.
So bad, and Dakota Fanning's in it, and it's horrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
that movie. He watched that in prison on the TV where they have like the news and stuff.
Yes, that's where the news
Yeah.
would be on the television.
Yeah, and he saw that movie. He was like, "I have the perfect idea."
And what was the idea?
Taken abroad.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You're so welcome. I'm glad to be back.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to buy it.
Yeah. You don't have to buy it. Just come here and you can read it.
Yeah. There's a template recap.
Sneaky on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. I'd like to have you.
Oh my
Come here.
Good God.
Yeah, gotta get you moved to Maine.
Isn't he in a relationship right now?
I don't think so.
I thought he was with Jamie.
I can't have to get permission for them.
Wait, why is his ceiling quilted like a mattress?
He's in a car.
No, look at is that a car?
Yeah, he's got a seatbelt on.
I didn't even see that. I thought that. I mean, would it surprise you though if his house was the roof was quilted? And it probably would be just a mattress stapled to the roof.
Well, it soaks up all the rainwater.
It's gonna soak. It's gonna help with the screaming. It's gonna soak up some of that echoing, from the yelling.
See, you get it. You're thinking ahead.
I'm a sound engineer. I know how to put a mattress on. I'm not stupid.
There's insulation on top of it.
Question from probation. They have to okay it out in California, and I have to have a place to be out there and somebody that I know, and the area has
Well,
to
you
be
got your
right.
family, don't you?
Out in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not out there anymore.
Yeah, they will.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause both uncles came back and one died, and both of my brothers moved back here a long time ago too.
How much longer are you on that for?
They've got me on a supervision for life, supervised release for life. So it's
okay.
from what my lawyer told me when I signed before I signed the plea agreement, he said that this is what it is, but it's once you take this class, you can go back to court and get off supervised release because they don't want people being on supervised release if they're not a threat to the community.
And he's been in that class for 10 years.
I haven't been a threat for God knows how long.
You don't get to decide that.
And they still had me in that class, and I figured out.
So that right there,
I
that's the part you omit. You don't tell the person that you're trying to get to move out to you that you were told. You were told before you even signed the plea agreement, Lorne, it says for life, but here's the thing, you're going to take this class after, okay? You pass that class, then you can petition to get taken off because if you're not a threat, you won't be on lifetime probation. Oh, so how long have you? Oh, no, I'm still on it. I'm still a threat, Casey. So when can you move out here?
But I don't think I'm a threat.
I don't think I'm a threat, but according to the law and everyone else, I'm a threat. So
and my behavior, the way that I think.
When can you be out here? P.S. I'm a threat.
Nobody thinks I'm a safe person to be around.
Other than me, but I believe it. So when in the fuck are you going to be out here, Casey?
Not even his dogs think he's safe.
No, I know, and he doesn't get that why. He doesn't get why either. But all the screaming and yelling that doesn't affect dogs.
Well, they know that he's not yelling at them.
He's yelling at some bitch on the African bitch.
I did not say that word.
They have me being there today, so I can call my lawyer tomorrow because I've already got my lawyer working on getting me out of that class. It's like I should have been out of that class within like a year and a half time from what they told me from the start. But I've never seen anybody get out of that class in a year and a half time.
And you've been there long enough to see.
You've been in the class since you got out?
Well,
yeah.
Oh wow! You just get out.
And there's one person that I've seen get out of the class, and I've actually had 4 different counselors. for 4 years I had one counselor, but then all of a sudden somebody got the contract. They sell the contracts, and it's like they go with the lowest bidder, and somebody else had gotten the contract, and I was with that person for a year. And then another person got a contract, and I was with that person for a year or two. And then
Wait,
now
so what is this class for exactly?
it's for the sex offender treatment class. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And you've been in it since you got out?
Yeah.
I'm really good at it now.
There's a book that you have to finish.
He's really good at sex offenses.
You
And
big
don't
buck.
It's like
Well,
Hogwarts.
it actually was pretty thick. And well, the thing is you don't have to complete all the.
And they put the hat. They had the hat, and the hat told Lorne what house he belonged to on the first day. And then Lorne was with the Slytherin.
The assignments in the book, but I took my time, and I took 4 years, and I completed every assignment. Until I felt good about what I had completed.
You're a pedo,
I made
Harry.
sure that I went through everything. That way,
Why does the hat just keep calling me a pedophile? Everyone else got a house. Everyone else got something like a Slytherins. That guy over there, he's like a what is it? What are you? A Hufflepuff? And I'm just a pedophile? We're all here for different sexual crimes. Why am I the only one being called out?
It's a secret fifth house, Lauren.
It's just you and Malik Washington, our diversity students. Am I gonna learn magic?
He's got like a wizard hat with SpongeBob on it.
Let's pour it on there.
myself, because I had a lot of things happen to me. So it's like I wanted to get that stuff straight in my head of, what brought me to that point where I was able to do something so terrible.
You're a pedophile. That's what.
So I wanted to
you
understand everything.
You finished the book?
Oh God, I finished the
it,
book.
Or what?
Yeah, I finished the book 4 years ago, and they still haven't let me out of the class. So that's why me and my family's been bitching about it for the last 4 years. And finally, it's just got tired of it. They can't even give me a reason now why it's in there.
No passion.
Weird.
So yeah, so now it's like I got a lawyer, so we can either figure out why they still have me in there or get me out of there. And I'm shooting for them to get me out of there.
Well,
they can't even give me a reason.
Well, you said you found out today the reason, right?
Well, I have an idea of the reason, and it's really not a reason because it has nothing to do with being a threat to the community, which is basically the reason why you're in that class. It's to make sure you're not a threat to the community. The reason that I think it is, it's not even being a threat to the community.
It's Philip Eade.
So you're in there because you're not a threat to the community?
That's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
From what I heard today, well, it's not just today that I heard it, because it took today for me to realize, this is like the 20th time that they've told me the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it just dawned on me that this has got to be the reason why they still have me in here, because I'm not doing
ask
what.
them.
Oh, I've asked them. I've asked them right out straight.
They say it's I'm a pedophile.
They won't give me a reason.
But that's bullshit.
Yeah.
They just tell me, is it hurting you being in there?
Yes.
I'm like, well, no, it doesn't hurt me being there. Everybody should have counseling. It's good for them. It's good for them to talk to
No,
people.
it doesn't hurt me being there. Everyone should have pedophile counseling. Duh. Does it hurt you being in there? That will be the time where Lorne can say, yes, because I feel like I've completed all the assignments and I really understand why I did what I did and how I'm never going to offend again. He's like, no, it doesn't hurt me being in there. Okay, then stay your fucking ass in there.
I like rape class.
Yeah, I love being here at SOC, Sex Offender College. This is why
He's got a hoodie with the logo on it.
SOC, here at SOC, nestled on 28 acres of lush forest land. I need to make that commercial for the SOC.
Please do, but don't get Slothcat to animate it because it's gonna be shitty.
I want him to look good, and I'm not going to have him voice him because he's a horrible Lord.
Hey everyone, I'm Lorne.
Lorne Armstrong.
Spot on.
You talk to people, but the thing is I'd rather have a one-on-one session with somebody than I would be in a class.
Preferably.
I'm not understanding. So what's the issue then?
The issue is that they have me in.
They just won't tell you.
Yeah, they won't tell me what the reason is. So they can't come up with a reason. They've got to have a valid reason. It's
Well,
like
they gotta
not
have
giving-
a reason. Otherwise, they let you out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. They're not telling me what the reason is.
Well, they said it over and over.
So in order for me to find out the reason, I have to I have to actually have a lawyer to do it.
Mhm.
And
Oh, okay.
and
I must have misheard you. I thought you said you figured out the reason.
I think I figured it out. So I got to call my lawyer tomorrow and tell him what I think.
Okay, are you gonna tell Casey?
So he knows what I'm hearing from the counselor and from probation.
So, what do you think it is? That's the issue.
It's because he's white.
I think it's because they want me to get out in the community more and socialize.
That's what it is.
They've stated this out very many times that they want me to meet people out in the community.
How do we get this pedophile out amongst the people is my question. Maria?
Well, that's a good question though, because like he can't be anywhere where there's kids. He can't go to bars.
But I mean, like, this is what this man is saying. The reason why they wanted him, he's staying in the class is because he's just not making enough of an effort to go and put himself amongst other people. How do we get this dangerous man amongst more people? And Maria said, well, why don't we just keep him at SOC? Why don't we keep him at SOC on the basketball team so we're getting more revenue? We're getting all that revenue from the fucking ticket sales. And then we just never let him out.
He's too good at it though. He can't stay in basketball. He's a star.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So he's at SOC. They never let him graduate. They win state championship after championship. And they just keep the man's he's just the cash generating machine for Sex Offender College.
It's like High School Musical when he's playing basketball.
It's exactly like High School Musical.
He just breaks out in song while he's at the big game.
Those slow country songs. If you wanted to be friends. And then Will just starts singing while he's singing.
They're like, wow, Lord, you're really good. Have you thought about trying out for the big play?
The big play. Walter Baps is directing the big play.
And then the lead is Casey.
Yes, the big play. Right after the big dance.
At the local school.
People out in the community every day.
Yeah, every day.
I go to the stores and I talk to people, but it's like I don't pass them out on dates and stuff like that. Well, yeah, I know, but it's like I don't go bowling. I don't. Why do I need to go bowling?
You think it's possible they mean like volunteering, not just like talking to strangers?
Well, volunteering wouldn't be bad.
Well,
that's something nobody said to me yet.
Yes.
Volunteering.
Yes, they have.
Which I've actually.
you said they said to go out to the community, so that's what that means, I think.
No, and I've volunteered before because I went over the Humane site and volunteered over there.
You put dogs down.
Huh?
You put dogs down.
Do I put dogs down?
Yeah, like put them to sleep. Is that what you did?
No.
No, he just talks shit to
Oh
your
my
face.
God, no. Hey, you're mean. You would love my dogs, really.
She doesn't like dogs.
Probably not. I've never met a dog I like.
I bet you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I bet you would like these.
But why?
Because
They
one of
keep
them
them outside.
one of them is extremely skittish.
Yeah, that makes a dog more lovable when they don't like you and they don't want to be around you and they're scared of you.
Dude, I hate cats. You know, you would like my cat. She fucking hates people.
She hisses and bites everyone. You
She's
love her.
She only wants to be around people when they're feeding you. And even then, like, I'll be feeding her and then she'll just swat at my hand to get blood. I can't wait for you to meet her. I can't wait for you to meet her, Casey.
She's a hellspawn. You'll love her.
Casey, shut up, you stupid bimbo, and meet my fucking cat.
And so she was abused before. She
Oh my God.
Majority of her time she spends on the bed.
Yeah, okay.
She's laying on the bed. And
So she's
Roscoe is like her safety net.
So she's like a pillow.
And he used to be rambunctious before, but now he's older and settled down. No, I think after these two, I don't want to get any more because, you know, I've had dogs all my life. And
Yeah.
What about Bud?
They shed. They smell bad.
Well, yeah, unless you give them baths and stuff.
Lorne, what do you beg
There are
those
ways
dogs?
to get around them smelling bad.
You know, out of all of these calls where he has Roscoe and Sadie, he's never once mentioned like giving them a bath.
No. Of all the things, of all the drywall talk, it's never, oh, I gave the dogs a bath and I took them out for a walk to like dry off or anything.
Those poor babies.
If he's doing that, how can he hear the phone or, you know, whatever that he's doing for the catfish? It's really shit. But then he wants the dogs just to have them so that he's not alone. But then he doesn't value their companionship.
He screams at them.
Yeah, you know, because there are a lot of stories about people who leave the world behind or give everything up, or they have no one that they can trust, and they treat their animals like family, better than they treated their family, because, you know, maybe they took people for granted before, so like they're really going to treat their animal with respect and love. And Lorne just doesn't have that. He will gladly give up his dog of 10 years for some internet person who's Will with the fucking with the robot voice if he has to. You give him that choice, me or the dog, and that dog will be in a box at the Humane Society or wherever the next day.
In all honesty, it'd probably be the best thing for them.
I mean, yeah, unless it was a kill facility, you know, like he would let his dog get put down. I mean, look what happened to Bud. I'm sure Bud, the likelihood of Bud going to a good home or whatever, there's so many dogs. Lorne didn't care. He knew that he was the only person taking care of that dog, and he never considered getting arrested at that sting house and Bud and never seeing Bud again. They even said, "Pet Bud goodbye before you leave," because they knew that would be the last time Lorne would see that dog.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, but I mean, they made sure. Kayla says on the phone, "Pet him for me before you leave."
She cared. I mean, Kayla cared more about the dog than he did.
Lorne, do me a favor before you come to my house. Pet your dog goodbye because you're never going to see him again. Okay, okay, baby.
That's exactly how it went.
Oh, you do have a garage? You silly. Okay, yeah, I'm on my way.
Her parents are doctors, and this bitch doesn't know if she has a garage or not.
She uses the French word for garage, so she just didn't know what garage meant in American. So now you look stupid.
I was trying to think about how a French person would pronounce garage.
Well, what's the French word for garage?
I don't know.
So that's the word she knows. Alexa, what's garage in French?
Garage in French is garage.
Garage.
He's like, I thought you meant garage. Yeah, we call it garage in French.
She's just confused.
There's
Give
a
her
little
break.
bit of woods and a garage. Where?
Oh, you silly.
I didn't know you knew French.
Where? Where? I'm in the garage.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Just parked by the garage.
Oh my god. Shut up.
Okay.
Who shed a lot?
Food. They need attention all the time.
Yeah, but you think about how loyal they are. Think about how loyal they are to you, how much protection they are.
I'd rather
Upstate-
die.
Oh, don't say that. You can't die. You and I just got to be able to start talking here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she shouldn't die.
I do love dogs, but it's so hard when something happens and you don't have them.
Like when you get arrested for trying to have sex with.
Yeah,
Like what? Is it dangerous where you live?
No.
No, not that.
No.
Of course not.
When this thing happened, I had Bud,
And then what happened?
my black lab that I had when I was down there in Nashville. I actually had him when I got my CDL when I was out in Washington State. Yeah, they actually sent me one time to Georgia, and that's where I found Bud. He was abandoned and abused. His ribs were showing. He had scars on his head.
Oh, so Bud was abandoned and abused, and then Lorne had him and ignored him and then abandoned him.
No, Lorne gave him a place, a floor to sleep on.
Well, but even when he was talking to Kayla, it wasn't like he was playing with Bud or telling her about things he was doing with Bud. He was going to work, he was coming home, and he was sitting around waiting for Kayla to get on the computer as soon as she could so that he can talk to her. And he wasn't going to leave and go walk anywhere, especially then because she had such a limited time she could be on the computer without her rents getting all up in her business. So, so then he was definitely ignoring Bud.
Can we talk about how there was probably a ton of like dog pee and poop there because he would only take Bud out like once a day.
Yeah, and also, I mean, just when he told her that she should probably wear, didn't he tell her she should wear denim because of all the dog hair?
Oh my god.
He said
It doesn't even have anything to stick to. There's no fabric in the house aside from his clothes.
He said it would be like whatever she should wear because they're going to be sleeping on the floor. But he tells her that she should wear. He tells her either the color or material. I want to say it was denim because of the dog hair situation. Like Lorne, you don't have a vacuum? Of course you don't have a vacuum.
No, he doesn't even have a bed.
Yeah, so you don't have a vacuum. Just a vacuum in the middle of the floor. That's it. No furniture.
He has a broom but no dustpan.
just sweep it out the door and hope that the Mexicans don't see you.
Jose and Jose B come get it.
Just though they'll have to borrow your truck while you're trying to sweep out your house.
Yeah, you know what? He was probably being all racist and shit. And he was like, "You guys can come clean my house. I'll let you use my phone."
Yeah, come clean. You guys any good at cleaning? You guys do any like professional cleaning? I'm assuming. Lorne, that's racist. Lorne, that's racist.
No, they all do that. That's not racist.
And I was talking to my sister-in-law on the dock, on the payphone on the dock, and he come over and started barking at me. So I got off the phone with her, and from a distance he looked like a full-grown dog, but then I got up close and I realized he was just a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And the nearest house was like 20 miles away, so I threw him up in the truck and fed him 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and had him ever since that. I've raised him for 9 years, right up till the point of the sting. And when the sting happened, and I had to have my best friend Tony go down from Maine down to Nashville and get him.
Tony didn't do shit.
So
and do what with him?
That was rough on me.
Didn't he tell someone else that he didn't know what happened to Bud after?
Yes, and then he had that whole story that he uploaded to YouTube where like Bud got sent to a shelter and then Tony came and got him and then put Bud in a shelter, but then Bud got adopted, had babies with another dog.
But what?
Some shit.
Bud would have been like 15 years old. Okay.
He didn't get Bud fixed. I mean, of
And all-
course he didn't get Bud fixed.
And all the puppies were named Lorne, and they all sing together in a dog band that travels the country, raising money to get Lorne a new legal defense so they can fight against NBC.
They got discovered in Nashville singing at karaoke bars.
People were walking by and stopped because there were these windows out front and speakers, and they would stop when the dogs were on stage singing in perfect harmony.
It was like Air Bud, but karaoke.
Yes.
But he wound
So
up.
where you don't have that dog anymore?
Well, no, that dog.
No, he's probably dead by now.
Yeah.
He probably died.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was 9 when the sting happened. And
Yeah, probably dead.
yeah, he probably died.
It's a matter of
4
fact.
or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Imagine.
probably.
He was a really good dog. Every dog I have is a really good dog because they're loving.
Then why did you hit them?
They've got a lot of love in them.
That's what makes them good.
They've got a lot of love in them.
They can't call the police, right, Lorne?
Right. Well,
I have a cat too.
yeah.
That poor cat.
Okay, here's something to tell you.
Hmm.
Okay, down in southern Maine,
Mhm.
which is around the area that's where a lot of rich people are down there. Well, there's the malls down there,
Mhm.
and you don't have to go far to go to the malls.
Are there dogs there?
No.
Okay.
That helps sell you.
Spencer's.
That helps with what?
It helps sell you a little bit. I'm reaching here. Don't make me
Oh,
take pictures
I
of
didn't know what
videos
you're
up.
talking about. Okay.
This is still their
Don't
first
make me
call.
take pictures
There's
of
a mall
videos.
here. There's a mall everywhere.
This is called. It is split up into two, but I think it is the first call, isn't it?
And he's still trying to convince her to like move up there and be with him.
Well, but you saw what he did though, is he brought it back around. Like he felt like things were getting a little out of hand, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? You know what I didn't mention? That goddamn mall. What do women like? They like malls and mall walkers, the old people that walk around the mall. That's a great place to go and advertise for her old folks dancing studio."
He's a marketing genius.
The guy's thinking about it. He's like, "Here's what you do, Casey, before the mall opens, because you want to be there bright and early for the sales, whatever's going on at Macy's. Why don't you go there 30 minutes early while the women are walking? You go count. They're going to be walking counterclockwise. You go clockwise. Hit everyone with the flyer. Boom, 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 and watch your business grow." That's what I did with my septic business, and it really took off.
And then she goes into the Zoomies.
Yes. Yes.
And spends all her money.
She's in Claire's deals, just spending all her money.
She's getting her tongue pierced at Claire's.
She's at Piercing Pagoda, just going fucking nuts. Going nuts with their old folks dance money. Lorne, you never send a woman to the mall to drum up business.
The women be shopping, Lorne. You know that.
You know that. You want her to get fat off them Cinnabons? That's what she's gonna be doing. Piercings and Cinnabons.
Is there still Sbarro?
Probably not. But if there was, that would be the place Lorne would try to hype up as the Italian food place.
He knows this great, authentic Italian restaurant. It's called Sbarro.
Sbarro's? Yo, you think that man can say Sbarro's? It's Subaberos. It's a little mom and pop Italian joint inside the mall.
They make a great pizza pie.
The local place. Subaberos.
Subaberos. Sbarro.
Okay, here's something else to tell you.
Here we go.
The white population is greater than the black or Hispanic population. See, that ought to tell you right there.
Lorne's not racist.
I know California has a lot of Hispanic people.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go make dinner. Okay.
If I made that joke and that was the reaction, I would never call that person back again.
No, that's like block and move on.
You just failed. Now, if she calls you back by some miracle, fine. But that there would be my last ever communication with that person because you just fucked up.
Well, You tell that to the right person though, like, Winnie. She'd be
Oh
up
yeah,
there so fast.
Winnie would have loved that, but like you have to know your audience, especially if that was just a joke. Like we know Lorne didn't say it's just a joke, but you have friends that you can make jokes like that with because they know you're just joking, but you don't know her well enough to say something like that and not come off like just a racist.
Well, crazy thought. Maybe Lorne is racist.
Yes, and saying that to someone, how do you know her? What if she has a roommate and her roommate is a Hispanic person, and you just said that? And it's her best friend, someone she's lived with for 5 years, and you just said something like that. You gotta know your audience when you're telling a racist joke.
But he does know her because they had a 20-minute phone call. See, you
That's
just
phone
don't
call,
understand.
and they met when she was pretending to be the child that he tried to have sex with when he was arrested that night. So you're right.
See, that was the missing part of the chat log, was
Yes.
them being very racist towards each other and talking about their hatred for Black and brown people.
Pages that look they didn't have, that they pretended were gone, that was just racist jokes. God damn it,
He
perverted.
thought he knew his audience. You gotta cut him some slack.
Right, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Why does he do that?
Because it's hot.
Okay.
Dear Lorne, to recap our phone conversation today. First, I advise that you cease all contact with Casey Morrow, the actress who helped set up the sting that resulted in your 5-year sentence and lifetime supervised release. She lied to you, for money, and then they used those lies to convict you of a crime you otherwise might not have committed. There is a very serious risk that she is trying to set you up a second time for some sort of television sequel that will bring you further unwanted publicity. If you want me to tell her to leave you alone, I would be happy to do so. Second, you question whether your Miranda rights were violated when you were questioned by a person you believe was deputized by a law enforcement officer. From your description, it sounds like you probably were not in custody at the time, so Miranda would not apply.
God damn it.
Additionally, the interrogator may not qualify as a government actor. Even if those issues were in your favor, it sounds like there probably was sufficient evidence, absent your confession in question, to convict you. Finally, your appeal period has run. However, if you believe you have an issue, you should contact a federal defense lawyer in the district of your conviction for more detailed legal advice.
That sounds promising. When they tell you to write your congressman, that's when it's promising.
Was that real or was that a troll?
I believe no. That has to be real.
That's a real document?
I believe this is a real document. Yeah,
Oh my God.
This can be something that they sent Lorne to fuck with Lorne, because they're telling Lorne, you need to stop talking to Casey.
Okay.
They believe that Casey was either probably working with Hanson again or something to set Lorne up, because why else would she be talking? If this was really Casey, why else would she be talking to him? And they said Casey lied. They didn't realize that Casey wasn't Kayla, but she was involved, just like what I'm saying, what everyone is saying. She was involved in the worst fucking day of your life. Why would you be talking to this person? It doesn't make sense when they already set you up once. Jesse, why would you go back on Spade and the Ship?
Lorne wanted Casey in his closet.
Yes, Lorne has he has that shipping container that right now it's set up as a whore habitat, but it can easily be turned into a dance studio.
It's gonna be it's gonna have a lofted or a vaulted ceiling with the chandelier.
Chandelier, because right now, yes, there's just a mattress on the floor. It's a whore habitat, but you give me 20 minutes, I'll put some mirrors on the wall, and it's a dance studio and a bar, so you can do the plies or whatever, and you're all.
Now, listen, the floor, it does have a lot of water damage, and it will fall in if you jump too hard.
That's fine.
But you should be fine.
Put down some plywood, and it'll be just fine. You guys will be dancing in no time. So Nugs, that was one and two, and we are just gonna start right back up from here next time.
Sounds like fun.
All right, so I'll hit record now, and then we can start.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm Evil Little McNuggets, and I wrote this song all by myself from scratch. From scratch. From scratch. From scratch.
I'm a fucking mess right now, kid.
Is this a song for me and you, or are you gonna put me some more stupid bullshit that I don't want to hear? This is Lorne. Tells me we gotta rather have a fun time. It's not even my birthday. Oh my god. I'm not Mr. P. I've been on. I can't get in trouble for it. I've always loved kids. Just not in that way. A bad person. Son of a bitch. Am I contagious? I'm ready for more blows.
Are you crying?
Yeah. I'm not Mr. Peanut. I'm not fat. How can you say that?
My pussy smells like 100% beef burger.
Huh?
West.
Fucking stupid fuck. That motherfucker, I'll beat his goddamn ass. Just to call it stupid shit.
You're not anyone's boy because you literally do not realize you're the predator.
You go, girl. Oh my god. I don't want to hear fucking rap shit. I don't like it.
My dicks were very unflattering, unlike yours.
Wait. Hold on, what?
I'm Evil Little McNuggets, and I love it.